Oh, goodness gracious. Gosh, I look so skinty like this. Hey, it's me, your skinty queen. No, I do look skinty right now though from this angle, but tell me why I'm nervous. There's gonna be like a cockroach or something while I do this. But I need to make a pumpkin pie because here in the States, here in America, it's gonna be Thanksgiving tomorrow. So I've got to, no, I'm going Britishy. Oh shit. I've been listening to everything. But I've got to make a pie. I've got to make a pumpkin pie. So these are my new PJs, by the way. I thrifted them. Fashion skin tea moment, problematic body check. Hello, bot. Finally, you're here. Mr. My problematic. Oh, God. I don't even know if I can say that because YouTube is so touchy lately. But they have it. Say, you got to dance. Anyways, I don't know why I'm doing Britishy. It's Americana today. I gotta make a pumpkin pie. Can you share it in the Discord? Bolt. I'm not sure if anyone else will come. Look how horrible this lighting is in here. Harsh lighting is not forgiven at all. It shows everything. But anyways, of course I put this in the wrong spot. Of course, I did. So I've got to get some oil out here. Oh my god, that probably sounds horrible. Oh my gosh, I don't want my belly to show. My belly's trying to show. It's trying to peek through. I felt it. So I never cook, ever. I usually never have time. But I've got to. Because it's a holiday. I'm going on holiday. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, there's a pumpkin. I feel like we needed two, but I guess, oh yeah, we've got two. Oh, we've got this too. All my ingredients are in here, of course, right where I don't need them to be. Gosh, I'm not sure how to do this. Do we know how to make a pumpkin pie? I don't know. I forgot. I literally forgot everything. Oh gosh. I forgot. Okay. Okay, I think it tells me on the back of the can. That's good. That's helpful. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I can't even talk. I know I'm trying to do this right now, but thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm not sure if anyone else will be here. Are you going to go back to sleep? Are you going to stay up with me? I'm sure you have tomorrow off. So don't play with me. Ma'am. Sir or ma'am. I don't know what you want to be today. Okay, you better. I'm gonna come after you. No, but anyways. So I don't even know if anyone else will come. I never go live anymore. So I don't know. But I don't know. I need to like get this shit together because not me like making a hole in the wall. I don't know if I can actually do this. Like, I don't know if I have the brain function. I'm having a low-dough moment. I was going to film for my members on my other channel, but I was like, I literally am like, my brain is like scrum gigs right now. But how have you been, Bob? I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't talked to you in a bit. How have you been? Have you been, mate? How are you? I'm literally exhausted. I haven't really had a day off. Gosh, I literally feel like I don't know where anything is. You've been okay? Okay. I literally haven't talked to you in forever. Like, literally. I haven't talked to you in forever. God. Not even sure if you watched my other channel. Okay, let me get this started. Let's get it sorted. Okay. Goodness. So we've got flour. We've got cassava flour. That's what we use. Because I still need the free girly pot. Do we have a cup measure? I'm not sure. Gosh, this is going to be a nightmare. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fucking nightmare to do this right now. I don't want to, but it's not good for me to wait till tomorrow. I have no idea how high to put the oven on. I don't know what the hell to do. Let's see. Let's check it out. We're going to do this together. By the way, Mercury retrograde is like almost over. So if we're all jacked up, that's why. Let me see. Pie crust, temperature, bake. To do a bake off. 425, all right. The same 350. I think it's 350. I don't know, whatever. We're gonna put it on for 350. God, I'm already so fucking tired. I haven't had a day off. Literally. And it's hard to do this. Okay, I need to just jump in because the longer I take, the worse it's going to be. So let's go. Hey, host, let's go. I love how like obnoxious. Isn't that so loud? I love it. I love it. So bright. I swear there's like no freaking tools at all. Okay, here's a tablespoon. That's what I need. And then I need a cup, which I don't know where the fuck the cup measure is. I think, okay, it's in here. It's clean. Thank God. Thank God it's clean. Hello, Sam. I need something. These need Jesus. That's what they need. They need an exorcism. That's what I would consider it. But we're making the classic Americana pumpkin pie. You ever had pumpkin pie? Just kidding. Because it's Thanksgiving. We're giving thanks. What we're thankful for in the audience. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. What are you guys thankful for? Gosh, what am I thankful for? I'm used to being so negative and full of hate. So I'm like, oh, I don't know how to be thankful anymore. I'm not sure how to do this. Gosh. You can hear the oven going. Thankful for surgery success. That's amazing. Oh, amazing. I'm so happy. What are you thankful for, Bolt? Say that, Bolt. I'm thankful that I'm feeling alive. I'm thankful that I'm actually getting over my deficit. Because that deficit was horrible and it's still tough. Like it's still going on. But I'm like halfway out basically. So it should be getting easier. As December goes on, but it's kind of hard because it's getting like colder and darker. And so I do get a little bit depressed because I'm still in deficit. And it's like, I don't think my thyroid is that strong. But my thyroid isn't bad. It's a lot better than last year. So, because I wouldn't even be able to do this last year. Like, I would have just died. Like, as far as like the deficit, I already had given up. Or no, I hadn't given up. think I was still going. I made it till December 8th last year, actually. Gaslighting myself. Okay, it needs a little bit of salt. Well, let's some salt in here. Ooh, I kind of put a lot of salt in that. Oops. We're gonna have some salty pumpkin pie. Oh, you had it recently bought? That's fugly. Quite fugly. Fuggles. Okay, we're gonna use coconut oil, and it's actually cold. It's crazy because it was fine. Like, it was actually kind of hot. Like, literally, it was warm. Oh my gosh. No, but it was actually like warm. Like, it was like 70, which I'm sure, Sam, you hear that and you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, it was like 70 at the end of November. I was like, holy shit. It's kind of weird. But then, like, right before Thanksgiving, now it's getting cold. So now I think it's like going to be in the 30s tonight, which for Sarah, that's cold. And then, gosh, I want to sit down. Yeah, I'm sure. Tell me why I want to eat this right now. The only other thing is, like, I'm getting hungry. Like, as I'm getting out of this, like, I'm reverse dieting, I'm getting hungrier. So that's kind of ugly. So, like, I really want to eat bad right now. And I'm done with my calories. I still have to be strict, and I don't want to be. So that's kind of hard. But I kind of waited. Oh my God, this smells so good. It's literally just flour. Like, I'm nuts. But my appetite is higher. And I have to get up and go to the gym tomorrow, which is really ugly. I'm gonna fucking hate it. And then I guess I'll film for members tomorrow. Maybe like tomorrow night. But if I want to, I can film Friday if I just really want to. But I typically don't because I try to have some time off, but I'm going to be like doing a lot in December. As far as like filming and stuff, I'm going to be doing live streams in December. So I have an idea. I'm going to be doing that on my channel. On my main. So that's kind of exciting. Because I have more courage. Like, that's something that has changed. I am more courageous. Which is great. Because I was like a pussy, kind of. When I was in the deficit, it was just hard. I don't know. It's really hard. But I never really have to do that again, which is amazing. Like, that is an amazing feeling. So, it's over, you know? Which I'm really happy about that because that fucking sucked. Oh my God, I want to eat this so bad. I'm such a freak. Typically when I cook, I like low-key eat as I'm cooking, which is really ratchet. But I can't do that today. So, because, reverse dieting things. Not fun. But yeah, so, yeah, that's tough. Happy for oh, thank you so much, Sam. I'm happy for your surgery too. I'm glad that there's a little bit of hope returning at this time. Like, it's been such a dark time for so long. And I'm just glad that it's ending, I wanted to talk a bit about the snake year too, because the snake year is almost done as far as the Chinese zodiac. And in my opinion, you start to transition around December, like around like November is kind of like a finale, or you start to have barely signs of the next Chinese cycle towards November, because typically that's where you get to about 3 months away from the new cycle. So there's like overlap. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it for you guys. So we've been in the year of the snake, which the year of the snake is very like a new towel. I don't trust the towel. I'm so like anal and weird. The year of the snake, it started obviously this year. It started at the end of January. Okay, we're gonna let that go for 10 minutes. And it's kind of like the year of the snake is such an important year in terms of the Chinese zodiac because it really affects the emotional quality of a 12-year cycle. So if you think back to 2013, that was the last year of the snake, and events that happened at that time set up the cycle for 20, like it sets you up for that whole cycle. So I really fucked up the last time we had the snake year. I messed up bad. So I was very nervous when the snake year started because I didn't want to mess this up like I did last time. But in some ways I feel like I messed it up so bad last time. Let me actually make it a little higher. I don't know. Whatever, we're gonna just swing it. I think that I messed it up so bad last time so that I wouldn't mess it up this time. Like I do think that there is some kind of element of destiny when it comes to timing and all this type of stuff, because the snake year is very like emotionally triggering. It's like you could think of it as it's primarily emotional and it's a little bit internal, but you have to think of it as like shedding a skin. So I love the astrologer that I follow. He hasn't been around as much because he actually had his father passed away, which is very sad. So he hasn't been around, but he talked about like how the snake year is one of those years where you're on the ground. So it's kind of like you have the same form, but like you change internally, but your life doesn't change much. It's not a year where there's a lot of material shift. It's a lot of like emotional shift or deep shift or even spiritual shift. It's not really material. So this isn't a year where things change a lot in your life. Typically, it's usually everything that was set up in the dragon year, which the dragon year is magic. The dragon year is extremely chaotic and transformative. And you can make something out of nothing in the year of the dragon. It's really, really crazy. So typically it's like, and you can soar, so you can climb really, really, really high in the dragon year because the dragons fly, right? Dragons fly, so you can fly, so you can go super fast in the year of the dragon. You can get a lot of shit done really, really fast. And when you get to the snake year, that all dies. It slows down. And essentially, you're on the ground. But the way he described it, which I loved, is you're on the ground of a new floor. It's like you've climbed up and you're on a floor of a new situation. And for me, it really worked in terms of my weight loss, like as an example, because I soared in 2024. Like so much of my life changed that year. My entire lifestyle changed. I got out of super morbid obesity right as the year of the dragon began. And I went all the way to almost the bottom of class 1 by the end of the dragon year. And that was a very significant shift because it changed my entire lifestyle. It changed everything about my life. everything. And it was an extremely creative time, and it was a time where I had to really think differently about life and shift everything so drastically. And I did a lot. Like I started traveling, I started going out more, I started to live again. And then obviously we see there was a lot of political change. Usually a dragon year is highly political. It's very intellectual. It's very like in the mind, has to do a lot of times with expanding the mind. And then there is magic. So for example, like I became extremely good at tarot during the dragon year. I was extremely psychic during that time. It was kind of insane. And I would just sit and do tarot read after tarot read. And I could predict so many things. It was crazy. You remember that, Sam? But like I predicted the outcome of the election with my tarot. I predicted a lot of shit, like anything. And it was just so neat to be able to like do that. So it was very magical too. And then there were certain connections that came through that didn't exist before. And it also was a battle of ego and a battle of wills. So if you think of like Taylor Swift versus Donald Trump, that was a huge fight that happened during the year of the dragon. Um, so it was kind of interesting. But that all died when the snake year began. So when you look at the snake year, everything shifts. You're on the ground floor of a new higher level. So what happened with me? I became mid-size right as the snake year began. And it was really not what I expected. And it was very hard for me emotionally. And I did feel like I was on the floor of somewhere higher up. It was kind of like, okay, I'm kind of a normal person now, but I'm I have less status and I'm just like a bullshit person, basically. And that's very sneakier. It's like you start at like the floor, but I had a sense of legitimacy. And as an activist, I was being questioned so much at the start of the snake year. It was very hard. And over this time, for me, it had a lot to do with, I think, attachment style. I think that's been the major shift throughout the year of the snake. I think for me, that's been the biggest thing. And then going through the average eras or like the times that are more like less glamorous. Like these are very unglamorous parts of weight loss, like mid-size and average. They're just kind of basic, basically, which is fine. They're typical. It's like a typical category, which it's challenging to do as an activist because it's hard to make things interesting. And I was also struggling with being the worst case scenario of two different generations, where mid-size is probably the worst for millennials and average is the worst for Gen Z. So it's difficult because it's not exactly aspirational whatsoever. And so that was really hard on an emotional level. And for me personally, I like feeling special or I like feeling different. I like feeling like all these things. And I wasn't. I was a basic bitch this year or completely ordinary. And that was really hard for me, especially after so many years. You know, I lost the psychic ability. I could not read the cards anymore. Right when this snake year began, I my life had changed so much though, and I was adjusting to how things had been different. And so like I still was traveling and stuff. Like I had started traveling in the year of the dragon. That still continued in the year of the snake. So a lot of things continued on, and I was working so hard during the dragon year, and that continued in the year of the snake. So my lifestyle stayed the same. And it's really just been a time of essentially building legitimacy as an activist and an emotional evolution in the sense of my attachment style. I would say that those are the two ways that this year of the snake has manifested. And it was a lot of very, very hard work. This year, as far as a dieting perspective, was so challenging. I don't like from a practical standpoint, it was so difficult. And losing 50 pounds at a much smaller size is really, really difficult to do. I've lost more weight than I did last year, and I was a lot bigger last year. No, I'm not. I promise I'm not, Caleb. um, I'm just making pie crust. I'm making pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. If you remember, in America, we have a holiday called Thanksgiving. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so anyways, I'm making pumpkin pie, which is like a classic moment. But anyways, so that was really my experience of the snake year, and it's starting to wrap up. And so we're starting to go towards the year of the horse. The year of the horse is really different from the year of the snake. The year of the snake, like I said, it's all about triggering fears. It's all about, or triggering emotion. It's emotional. The year of the horse is material. The year of the horse is incredibly extroverted versus the year of the snake. The year of the snake is mostly introverted of a year. It's mostly on the ground. The year of the horse, if you think of horses, they are fast. Horses go fast. Everything goes fast in the year of the horse. And the year of the horse brings drastic material change very quickly. And it usually has to do with whatever we've established emotionally in the year of the snake. You have to remember too, within Chinese zodiac, each thing builds upon the other. So each cycle builds upon the one before it. So if you fucked up the year of the snake, the year of the horse can be a really calamitous year. It can be a year where things completely collapse. And we're starting to see certain things. Like, for example, Amberlynn Reed, she was so weird the whole year of the snake, and she just got demonetized and she deleted her whole channel and everything. So that can continue to get worse throughout the year of the horse. Things can get very, very bad during the year of the horse, or they can get really good, or you can actually have a huge shift. And I worked really hard to take care of this year of the snake, or I worked really hard to do this right. So I'm hoping for a good outcome. But change is coming on the horizon. Like, this is a time where we're starting to shift into the year of the horse. So it starts to become more extroverted. You start to become more exuberant. You start to have more active conflicts, and you start to have material change. You know, things like making more money, things like a relationship status shift, things like a new job that completely changes your lifestyle, or moving to a whole other country, for example. That's something that could happen in the year of the horse. No, I think it's fine to be young during the year of the horse, Caleb. I think it's very, in my opinion, it's exuberant in a way. It's very, it can be exhilarating. The year of the snake is like scary. You know, if you think of the year of the snake, the last one was 2013, and the one before that was not like 9/11, which is crazy. So those are like the two most recent ones. And then you have 2025, which it's very emotionally disturbing. These are kind of like emotionally disturbing years. And they're not, I don't know. I know Lisa, she was trying to say that it's a great year, but it's not. I don't think the year of the snake is good. I'm just going to say it. I think it's really treacherous, and it can really fuck up your life if you mess it up. That's my opinion. And I know that because I fucked it up last time. So when I was young, Caleb, I fucked up the year of the snake, and it ruined my life for that 12 years. It ruined basically how you are in the year of the snake. It affects the emotional quality of your life the entire rest of the 12-year cycle. So for 12 years, however you handle this, it's going to affect how you feel emotionally. And again, that emotional shift will turn into, oh gosh, that emotional shift will turn into a material shift in the year of the horse. I don't know if my mom's recipe is going to do this right. But I'm supposed to flip it over. She was like, you don't want it to have a soggy bottom, because we watch a lot of the British cooking show. So she's like, you want to flip it? I'm like, okay. But it doesn't seem... Oh, it is kind of solid. I tried to... Okay, it worked. I guess someone was right. What do you know? My mom having wisdom. Okay, then I think I put it back in for another 10. Another tenner. Okay, so anyways, so basically, I guess I can kind of talk about my last snake year experience a little bit, but basically I was extremely avoidant. So attachment style came up actually the last time too, for me. It's when the situation with my first love went down, which it was basically a disaster. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, it was a disaster. It was difficult. I wasn't set up right for it. Like, it was very hard. And he was a closet case, so it was confusing as fuck. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And it was a lot, basically. And let me see. I have a pie crust, pumpkin, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of whole milk. Does she want me to double this? I don't think we need to double it. I'm just going to do the one. Yeah, I'm just going to do one. Do we have cream? We don't have cream. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, so basically, what do I need for measures? I hate this shit. I don't hate cooking, but I kind of do at the same time. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But I think I'm just too, like, low dough right now. Like, I can't focus on anything. So a cup, half a cup of whole milk. I'm going to have to eyeball some of this. Yeah, because we don't have any measures either, which is really ratchet. Put it that way. We have, like, ugly measuring cups. Like a 1/4 of a cup and shit like that. We don't really have anything, which is kind of gay. So anyways, I wasn't set up very well for that because I was very young. I had no experience at all with guys. I was so confused. I was deeply closeted, even to myself, even though it was very obvious. And I was struggling with reconciling, you know, political, religious beliefs with being gay. And I was dealing with a guy who was extremely different from me politically at the time. I mean, he still would be considered totally different. He was pretty, I don't know how else to say it. He was SJW. I'm sorry, I have to say it. And he was very, like, rude and stuff. And back then, like, we weren't used to that. Like, I wasn't used to, it's like you argue with somebody and they call you a racist. Like, back then it was like, whoa, what? You know, because it was 2013. Which that's kind of when the woke stuff came in, was during the last snake year. And it's kind of when it's dying now. It kind of died this year. So that's interesting. But again, that zeitgeist is kind of gone, you know. The emotional zeitgeist shifts in the snake year. But anyways, point is, he was SJW. And I had never dealt with that before. So back then I was like, what the fuck is this? You know? And it was really confusing. But it was also like he was probably bisexual, closeted. Um, and it was just really confusing. And I was very avoidant. And like I said, I had issues. I had terrible daddy issues, all this stuff. I was deeply closeted. Like, I had a lot of issues with being gay at the time. And so it was just really just a disaster waiting to happen, basically. And it was a disaster. It did not go very well at all. It went about as well as you would expect it to go. And um and so it just kind of got really ugly throughout 2013. And by the time I got to 2014, which is the year of the horse, the last time, things started to get worse. Another thing that was worse was my toxic ritualisticness was worse in 2013. And so that actually escalated a little bit. And so I started to become really, really hypo in 2014 as well. And I started becoming incredibly moody and very like ragey and stuff like that, and very quick to anger. And all these things just kind of took a shed, and it just all got much worse when the year of the horse started. So it's kind of like I didn't handle things right emotionally. I was very avoidant. I shut things down constantly in 2013. And I was so terrified of changing anything. And so in 2014, I started to become extremely depressed. I started failing all my classes. I started having so many problems, and there was so much like romantic drama basically in 2013 that, especially towards October. So again, when you start to get into that October, November time, it starts to shift to the year of the horse. And it just all kind of blew the fuck up. It just got really bad. And then I got in a huge war with my best friend at the time over this guy, weirdly, because he was kind of bi. And so it's like he was kind of flirting with her, but he was doing it to fuck with me. It was just a lot, in my opinion. And he was doing it because I had rejected him, and he was pissed that I rejected him, even though he was closeted. And it's like I was supposed to know. I was supposed to like read his mind. He was like 28 and I was 21. And I was supposed to know everything. I was supposed to know how to handle his issues with his sexuality. I was supposed to know how to handle all that when I had my own issues at 21. I mean, when I look back at it, it's kind of insane. But it was just a disaster waiting to happen, because especially because I had daddy issues and all that, and he was older, and he triggered him so badly. Like, it was just really bad. It was just horrible. I mean, you can see like how fucked up my snake year was. I mean, it was horrific. It was so bad. And then my one friend that I ended up going into a huge war with, she would talk about me, being so into this guy. And then she still was trying to get with him because she was that kind of girl. And I like would sit there and I was seething in jealousy. Like, I remember I was so angry and I had to pretend that I was okay, as she was like sitting there talking to me on the phone, telling me the messages she's sending back and forth with him as all this was going down. And it's like, I'm fucking 21. I'm hugely fat. I have all these issues. I was so incredibly jealous. Like, you can see why I don't really like the snake year, but all of that shit, it just blew up in the year of the horse. It just got so much worse in the year of the horse. And that's the problem. It's like you have to be really fucking careful with the year of the snake, because after that, the year of the horse, like I said, things blew up. After that, I got in a huge fight with my friend. It was like right at the beginning of the year of the horse, or like right at the beginning of the transition, like towards November, because she was mad. She was like weirdly jealous of him, of the guy. It was just so weird. It was so fucking weird. I swear. It was like, oh my God, it was just ridiculous. Like, when I think about it now, I'm like, this is so fucking crazy what I was going through at the time. Like, what the actual fuck? But again, it's just me, it's just Alex things. And it's like I was just a fucking introverted girly pop that didn't know what the fuck I was doing, totally clueless, minus everyone else expected me to know his triggers, and it would always be my fault. Yeah, I think with mine, it's like, I think he just expected me to know that, like, when we would fight about politics, that that was some kind of subtext for, like, wanting to fuck. And I didn't know that. So it's like the year of the dragon, I got, like, very political. And then the year of the snake, I was fighting with him, and it, like, turned, there was, like, a sexual tension from us, like, arguing about politics, which is so bizarre. It's so fucking weird. And he was foreign, he was Australian, and he flew out here and everything. It was crazy. It, like, changed the direction of my life. Like, honestly, like, it was a very transformative time. But like I said, I'll never forget, like, the seething jealousy of that, like, weird triangle I was in. Okay, let me just actually focus for a second since I'm insane. But yeah, so basically that's what happened, and I didn't handle it well. You know, what should I have done? I should have told the guy I liked him. I didn't want to. And I kind of waited too long. So basically, we got to the year of the horse, and I shut him down really brutally. And because he kept telling me, because I don't know, I wonder if he was like, if he had some kind of issue. He kept saying, he was like, don't fall in love with me. Just don't fall in love with me. And I was like so freaked out when he would say that to me. And so finally, in the year of the horse, I think it was like around February, probably right when it began, I just told him, I was like, I would never be interested in you. Like, stop saying that. I was like, you're trash. I literally called him trash and everything, which was really horrible. But again, I didn't handle things right in the snake year. So it leads to action in the year of the horse. And so immediately after I told him that, he got a girlfriend, like right after. And then I was like devastated. It was just crazy. And then I got into a huge fight with that friend, and we had a massive, massive fight towards March and April. And it blew up, and it was like super dramatic. It was crazy. So it just got crazy. And then I started failing all my classes, like a bunch of my classes in college. I was extremely depressed. It was wild. It was really crazy. And so everything just kind of fell apart, and then it just kept getting worse. So then it's like when the next year began, because by the time the year of the horse came through, like then I somehow ended up in another triangle by the second half of the year, and that was involving my cousin, which was weird. And I was not trying to be involved in that, and that was really fucked up by the other guy that I talked about last stream, where he was anxiously attached. He was trying to, again, use my cousin to make me jealous and shit, which was just weird. And I wasn't going to go for it. And so it was just ugly, and it literally happened again. And then it blew up. And then it just kind of reached a boiling point. And by the time we went to the next cycle, I was kind of done. I was my cousin was not treating me well. I didn't have any credibility at all because of the snake year time of 2013. So I was starting to look crazy by that time. So then my reputation was basically in the gutter. And when the year of the sheep came in 2015, I had a full-blown cancellation. And that's where I split from a lot of my family and stuff. So it really led to a lot of problems. And I'm just saying, the snake year is really important. So hopefully you didn't fuck it up. Oh, no problem. No problem, bot. So hopefully you don't fuck it up, you know? That's my take. Hopefully you didn't fuck it up. So I don't know. So I'm kind of screwed if by now. But yeah, so basically that's my advice. Don't fuck it up. Or hopefully you didn't fuck up, because usually whatever emotional bullshit you did, that leads to real life shit in the year of the horse. And we're basically there now. So things are starting to shift. And it makes me nervous because, again, this was a calamitous time for me the last time. I don't know where the hell the sugar is. It's got to be behind my laptop. It's got to be. 1 second. I love that horrible sound. Yeah, I don't know why my mom bought 2 of everything. We don't need 2. There we go. Because I'm like, this pie is not going to. He's mentally unwell. He accused me of not trusting him when I called the hospital when he had a health emergency. Oh, I'm sorry, Caleb. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I don't know if it does, but his life is probably going to go to shit this year. Maybe not. It's like I said, when you don't handle it right, it gets really ugly. So I tried to do things differently. I tried to tell the guy I liked him. You know, I tried to do things the right way. Really, really hard. And I hope it was enough. That's all I can say. I really hope it was, because I really don't want to go through another calamitous era of a bunch of bullshit. But I'm not avoidant. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because I really worked on it this time. And I did a lot of shit. So I just hope it was enough. You know, I really do. That's kind of how I feel in general. 2 large eggs. I got the sugar. I need some pumpkin spice. Of course we do. Which my crush cannot stand pumpkin spice. So I have to show that I'm putting it in. Just kidding. It was funny though. Last year, he was live and he was like, I don't like pumpkin spice. And I was like, what? I wrote that in chat. I was like, excuse me. And he's like, it's okay if we disagree. And I was like, yeah, it was just gay. Anyways, okay. So, got the pumpkin spice, got the sugar, need the eggs, got the cream. Oh, I need evaporated milk, but I don't know where the evaporated milk comes in. I think I fucked this up. Oh well. I guess just 2 eggs. My mom's gonna be pissed. I think I was supposed to use the evaporated milk, but I didn't do it right. So I used actual milk. Oops. Yeah, I just need the eggs and I guess mix it all together, pour it in, and bake it. And put a little bit more pumpkin spice. Gotta really get that pumpkin spice going. I sent everything he has told me. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, hopefully that was the right decision. I think so. Yeah, it was hard. I mean, snake year is really hard. It's brutal, you know, and it was still very hard for me this year. I think like the weight loss, oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. Combined with everything else, it was really hard to like stay in control of my emotions, but I feel better. So I think part of it is like I feel better and I feel like I'm starting to look better, which that helps a lot too, where it's like, okay, like there's some of that material change coming in, you know, and then I feel a little bit more exuberant. So I can feel the shift occurring. I can feel the change coming in where we're going into the next cycle. And I think it looks good for me so far. I think so. I hope so. Gosh, I hope so, you know? Because I just don't I don't want to fuck this up, or I hope I didn't fuck it up, but I went into this so careful because of last time. It was just horrible. Like truly, 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 truly terrible. It really was horrific. So that's my advice. Just be very careful. I mean, at this point, it's kind of too late. So I don't know. I think I tried to say that when the year of the snake began. But I hope I handled it well because I really want good things. I want everything to work out. I really do. And I worked so fucking hard. Like, I literally feel like I could cry because of how hard I worked this year. It was so fucking hard. Like, I worked my ass off as an activist. I worked so hard to lose that weight. And I really fucking tried with my crush. I tried to navigate that the best way I can, and I'm still trying to be as honest as possible and open and all those things, and do the work on myself to where I'm okay, you know. I think it's okay. I think so. I feel pretty good, you know. I'm hopeful. I'll put it to you that way. Okay, so let me just look at the others. Bake pie in the middle of the oven for 45 to 50 minutes. Okay. Filling will set as pie cools. Transfer to rack and cool completely. Just start checking pie doneness at 45 minutes. Okay. You can see it. I think it looks nice. I mean, at least I'm following an actual recipe, but my mom's going to be mad. But I don't think I did it right, so oops. No, but she's wrong because there's no way we could have done another. I couldn't have done another pie. Oh my goodness. This is going to be crazy. Oh shit, I spilled it. Fuck. Sorry. Not me cussing. Okay, I don't know what to do about that. Guess I can use this towel. Try to clean it off or something. I tried. Okay, so it's at 375. And I guess I'll just let it do its thing. Okay, 45 minutes. Not too shabby. It looked good. It smelled good. Where the fuck is my phone? Ugh. How have you been, Caleb? I haven't talked to you as much either. That's great. I don't know. It's like my soul died or something. It's in November. It was hard. November has been hard for me. I think because climbing out of the deficit was challenging, or it's been challenging for me. I guess like emotionally and otherwise. Physically too, it was kind of tough. Set timer for 45 minutes. Okay. It's kind of funny too, because remember in the past, you remember when I used to go live, Caleb, and like everybody would be like up so fucking late, and now nobody's up. Everyone's like, I'm asleep. And it's like midnight, and I used to be live like at 2:30 in the morning and shit. I used to go live so much, but so much has changed since 2022. It's kind of insane to think about. It really is. But I think this time I have a lot of hope for next year. I think because I took this year so seriously. I worked so hard. I did a lot. And I just hope it was enough. That's my thoughts. I hope it was enough. I really fucking do. But I'm still scared, you know. I'm scared of failing, or I'm scared of losing things, or I'm scared of my dreams not coming true, or whatever, you know. Which I have a lot of dreams, and I worked on a lot of shit this year. So, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess everybody's going to sleep anyways. I guess I can go. I guess I'll let this cook and I'll clean up and I will talk to you guys later. So have a good night, you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye.